Hello! Welcome to the malware. My name is Matt, and I'm here to talk to you about whatever the hell I want to talk about today. Which, it's usually stuff I like, but unfortunately it's brought me to The Rings of Power, Episode 2. So excited for this one. I'm still shilling for Amazon, totally. Is this enough shilling? Did I do enough shilling? Is it enough shilling? Anyway, let's get into this. Sorry for my general glaze of sweat going on, but in Southern California it is about as hot as a dragon's tongue, which is a real line from this show, especially from a guy like Celebrimbor. Oh my god, this show is so stupid. Let's go right into it. We got ourselves a montage from the last episode. Hey, just in case you missed anything from the first episode because it was utter bullshit, here we go. Elrond doing things, people talking. Oh, this is a great face to pause on. Wow. Well done, me. Put up your sword. Okay, we've got elves, we've got people, we've got dwarves, we got black sludge, and then we've got this cool imagery and the intro. You ever see these like sine wave frequency drawings, I guess? It's kind of a popular video on YouTube, at least it was maybe 10 years ago or so. You'd have sand kind of resonating to a speaker, and then you'd get these weird little patterns, except these are just kind of fake patterns. They show some imagery of like the tree, I don't even know. It's all overlaid with a horrific song. Sounds just like the soap opera that we all thought it was gonna be. In fact, I bet you could sync it up to Days of Our Lives. 100%. And it's just terrible. Great intro. We're into Galadriel. Galadriel is swimming across the ocean like a boss. Because she's a girl boss. You go, girl. Gah. She's gonna swim like across the Atlantic Ocean. That's her plan. She thought, "Oh, I'm just gonna leave the boat now and swim across the Atlantic Ocean." Smart. Why don't you just land? Why don't you just land in the Sacred Lands and return? Kind of like what happened. Incredible. She gets picked up. Well, is this when she gets picked up? No. We then cut to the Harfoots checking in on Mystery Man number 5, or whoever this guy is. Not number 5, but you know. Oh, there's lots of fire. Look at all that fire. So, I mean, look, kind of cool set piece. I like it. She just falls into this hole. And I wonder if I can get this pulled up here. She falls down this hole. And Piggly Wiggly over here, she kind of just stands in the same... It's not that one. It's hard to pick out specific scenes. Don't sneak up on folk like that. Yeah, I can't. I can't, because of YouTube, play sections of this show. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. All I want to do is have it play and comment on it, but of course not. We've got Nori checking up on Mystery Man, who... I'll talk about this, I guess, at the end. I know exactly who it is. It has to be, because there's basically only one wizard who really cares or knows about the hobbits. Hardfoot. And who could that be? scary mystery evil man. You know. You know. He does some magic. I wonder who does magic. Your mom's gonna kill ya. Oh, I didn't even think her mom was alive. Something about, like, they just only talk about the dad. I don't know. They pick him up on a wheelbarrow. This is... If that intro was 2 minutes of recap in this hour-long show, this intro talking about these people, which this first scene of Galadriel swimming, totally forgotten. And that's like a minute at a time. We're now about 10 minutes in, and nothing has happened. 10 minutes of nothing. What are we waiting for? Can we have a show? Please? Okay. Now we cut to Don Lemonless. I think that's what the F&T crew are calling him now. Ridiculous. Those guys. And our Persian lady. Forget her name. I forget both of their names. I think it's Arendur or something like that. Arendur. They're going through this village, which part of this intro was them coming up to a hill, not seeing the smoke rising. There's plenty of smoke. You can see the problem. And looking down and, oh my goodness. Oh no. The town is in trouble. That I couldn't see from like 30 miles away. Especially with elf eyes. Stupid. You know people's homes, you're not calling out for them. And then you find a tunnel. And Genius is here like, I have to check this tunnel out. I have to go check the tunnel out. I know what made this tunnel, but I have to go check it out anyway. So, Genius goes checking down the tunnel, and Persian lady goes home. Then we cut to Celebrimbor at Eregion. Celebrimbor and Elrond are talking about the hammer, about what they want to do in life. This is why I need your help. I need a workforce to make the forge to make the rings. So they don't even have a forge yet. They have to make the forge to make the rings. Okay. And that's where we get a couple of genius lines. Let me see if I can find them. Celebrimbor says something to the effect of, I'm not gonna pull it up. There's no way. It's just it's cringe dialogue, of course. So he says, okay, this is one of them. This is the reason why I said the beginning thing. Able to birth a flame as hot as a dragon's tongue. Is this some like genius level? The flame is from the breath. The tongue isn't what makes the flame. And even if it's like, oh, the dragon's tongue is birthing a flame. No, the way he says it is implying that the tongue of the dragon is hot. What? What is this line? Stupid is what it is. Stupid. But he also says something to the effect of, great sacrifices are needed for change. Alright, Hitler. Calm down there. Just a little bit, my guy. Goodness, you're supposed to be like the friend of the people. So they, according to the map here, if I can pull it up, take a travel from Eregion down here, I guess from here, all the way to Khazad-dûm, toward the mines of Moria. We know the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Oh, I know that. I know the name of that from the movies. This show is great. It referenced the movies. Cut it out. Cut it out, you stupid fans. Look at this walk. This is a pretty... This has got to be like a couple weeks worth of travel. No, we just kind of traveled there in our sandals. Everything's fine. Walked there in our sandals, no provisions, no weapons even, it seems like. Just hanging out in front of our green screen. No big deal. Very fun. Just two. Totally looks like a dad and a son with how jacked up their faces are, but like, come on. Come on, don't fix it in post. Just give us a travel scene. Give us a little more. They didn't walk there. Or if they did, it took them like months. Should I show? Let me try to pull up that map again. This is Moria and Region's over here. Pretty sure. I'd have to pull up an actual map. Let me try to pull that up real quick. Lord of the Rings. Nice. Didn't put a space. Oh, you son of a... I just want the image. I just want the image, please. Can I get an image? I don't want an Etsy store. There we go. So, if we go through here, Aranor is up here. This is, what is, I mean, come on. What is all this? Ridiculous. But if we try to pull up Khazad-dûm, Region, pretty sure we're in like this. Yeah, Moria Gate. Basically, Khazad-dûm is around here, and the Region's down here. In reference to that, the Shire's here. It's the same distance from the Shire to Moria as it is Eregion to Moria. What are you doing? I didn't even like. This was on the fly. Obviously, I had to type it up and poorly. They traveled the same distance from the Shire to Moria as they did Eregion, which I mean, yeah, it's basically this area to Moria. Hang on. Am I even right there? There's a Region right there. I'm wrong again. Sue me. Okay, apparently it's a lot closer than expected, but still, the distance it took from Rivendell to go up the mountains. I wonder, I don't know exactly what mountain they went. There's Lorien here and Fangorn Forest here. They essentially go through Moria here, which means I don't like this map at all. I apologize for this side tangent. Is this a better map? It is kind of a better map. Which this, I guess, doesn't this imply... Is Khazad-dûm really that far north on this map? See, I'm gonna nerd out just for a minute here. I know this is a little bit off the beaten path. Eregion's here, Moria's here, which must mean... What is this implication of this map? It's like not even the right map. They went north to Khazad-dûm? Maybe it's look, maybe I'm wrong. This is still a pretty far travel, even if it's from here to here. Even if it's from Moria to Region here. That's the same as the Shire to Bree, which took them like a week. if I remember right. It took them a bit of time. They didn't just walk in sandals the whole time. In fact, the hobbits walked in bare feet. That's not helping my story. Fuck. But they had provisions. They had provisions. That's what's up. All right, back to this travesty of soap opera of power. Hi, important guy and important guy are here to talk to the Prince of Khazad-dûm, Prince Durin. Durin. We seek an audience with Prince Durin. So everyone has to roll their R's. No. Which, all right, so I will contest that the best part of the show are the dwarves so far. They're the most interesting, the most lively, they've acted well. They're actually fun characters. Granted, they're not really written that well. Some of this stuff is goofy, like this scene with the dwarf saying, Go away. Judgment has been written, or whatever he says. This goofy section, it is what it is. But as he goes in and invokes the right of Sigyn Tarag, of the Longbeards, I think is what people have been saying from what I've heard. We just walked a week, at worst, and they're gonna welcome us in open arms. Great picture, by the way. Great pause face. But since they didn't welcome us in open arms, you just walk back another week. We're elves, so don't worry about it. We're immortal. Life goes on. Who cares? Let me do a few days of work. What is this? Come on now. But on that note, we're given pretty cool shots of this inside the mountain, which somehow has sunlight and plants growing in it, which is cool. This is very cool. Cool set piece. This reminds me of like I can't really reference anything besides Elden Ring at the moment, but it looks like Nokron a little bit. It's cool. It's this built city inside of a mountain. Big bridge going across. It's cool. I like what they did with it. Great set piece. They travel through. Some of this imagery is just like, oh, here's some stuff. Eventually, they do this rite of Tarig Sahag, whatever they said. Durin's looking pretty cool. Good character, by the way. I like his acting very well. Got some little goofy moments here and there. The whole point of this rite of whatever is they break rocks. Very dwarf thing to do. Makes complete sense to me. It's like a test of endurance, a test of strength. Totally up for it. It's the fact that he has to explain to everyone what this is. You could have saved probably another minute of show. We're up to like 15 minutes of show, I feel like. Wasted. And part of that is because he has to explain one man hits a rock, other man hits a rock, and we go until we can't go anymore. Such is the rite. And one person gets banished. He goes through this whole friggin' thing. Goes through the whole friggin' thing. When it's clearly obvious. He could have just said terms, banishment, or boon, if you win. If. They could have just kept that part. And then started hitting rocks. And then developed something else in the show. But nope, they have to explain the whole thing. Because the audience is stupid. The audience doesn't know anything. Incredible. Here we go, elf. And now we are back to strangers from distant lands and the Harfoots. Great. This is just, oh, this person from the sky doesn't understand our language, thinks he is the same as her with her little sign language thing. Me Nori, whatever her, me Nori, whatever, it was some weird sign language thing. Cute. That makes sense for, like, I think that makes sense for the Harfoots, especially if they're trying to hide from creatures. They're like, here's my Nori symbol, you go that way. They have this little sign language. Makes sense. Why does she think that's going to connect to this guy at all? The sign language in particular. Even the spoken language. It's like proven he's not actually saying anything or understanding any of it. But she gives him some food. This has been 2 minutes so far of junk. We go back to Dad working on stuff. Oh, stop fixing that wheelbarrow. We need you to help lift this tree branch up with no one else helping. And the rope is about to snap. And so they kind of imply that Mr. Magic Man, the stranger, he's the one who causes a problem. He uses his magic to topple the heavy log for the one guy to carry. What the heck? Show. And hey, for it to fall on him and only bust up his leg? Let me see if I can get a good picture of it. Probably not. I know how terrible this is such a shit interface. Swear to God, Amazon. That was kind of there. Apologies. Oh no, he has a little scrape on his leg that he can't put pressure on. Yep. Yep, I get that. Sucks. It was just a twist. I don't understand this whole lie. But moving right along. Because that was, I swear, 6 minutes. Yeah? 4 minutes. 4 minutes of BS. Nope, it was 6 minutes. Now, Galadriel making her way across the ocean. Because strong woman will make it. No big deal. Gets saved by some humans on some raft. We're introduced to totally characters who will stay in the story, all 4 of them, and this guy. I don't even remember his name. I'm not going to try to remember his name. Who cares? It's Sauron. We already know it's Sauron. Because you can't trust appearances. People are mad at her for being an elf. Because elves suck. Blah, 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 blah. This is also wasted time on stupid stuff. There's a big ol' sea creature she starts swimming away from. And she gets saved by Saudon, as she said all the first season, all the first episode. Yeah, drink some water. Things will be fine. We're cool. Thanks. Oh, Halbrand. Thank you, show. I'm Halbrand. Okay. They continue. They cut from there. This very interesting, whatever 20-minute scene it felt like. Back to the dwarf and the elf going to battle. Invoking the right. Now this right here is bullshit to me. This implies... Where is it? Come on. Nope. Where's the hit? Motherfucker, I know the hit's right there. Hang on just a sec. I have to show directly where the hit is. Because it looks like his stupid weapon breaks. I could be wrong. When I watched it the first time, I watched it the second time because it's been a week. It's been a long week. What? Come on now. This is stupid. I'm sorry. I'm still. This is. Okay, they're hitting back and forth. Sorry. Can't show it because YouTube. Strike, strike, strike. It's right here. I swear he picks up one last time. Here it is. And I swear his thing broke. Yeah! A whole chunk broke off of his weapon. God dang it. I have to. Hit. Look at. Okay. We're pulling it back. Sorry about that. This right here is like a big section. The head of that thing flew off. That seems unfair to me. That the weapon broke, and so he loses? The pick broke, so he loses. Okay. That seems fair. Seems totally fair. It wasn't his own. He's he's clearly tired. However, the weapon broke. The pick broke. Not him. And then suddenly on this kneeling section, looks like pick is fine. Because of course it is. Yeah, it's fine here. BS, man. It's like clearly a chunk of the pick broke off. That's why I was confused. Stupid. Okay, you're banished, but we'll talk on this elevator that we happen to have. This is probably some of the best character development of the show, and it's not even that good. Our friend Darren here, they were friends, but it's been 20 years since Elrond has seen him. He has a wife now, he has 2 kids now. He's really like built a life for him for 20 years, and Elrond's been gone. Now, during this time, Elrond could explain, "Hey, I've been on war. I've been dealing with stuff." He doesn't say that. Uh, Durin could have reached out more, certainly. A little bit of give and take, but it's pretty human. It's pretty relatable, you know? And all Elrond has to say for himself is congratulations. And that little spark eventually leads us to the thumbnail of the video. Okay, they talk for a minute. I haven't been skipping along, apologies. Thumbnail of video. Right here. This is the first close-up of her. If it'll let me. For Christ's sake, I hate Amazon to a burning degree of passion. Alright, there it is. Check that face out. This is the first close-up of her. The first one. Oh my lord. What a terrible first impression. Between this and all the press of Princess Disa, wow. And then one of the best acted characters in the entire show happens. She's great. I have no qualms, other than maybe the beard. Or the lack thereof, I should say. They talk. I mean, there's some peach fuzz, I guess, over here. It's not the end of the world. It's, you can feel the family dynamic between the two of these people. Elrond's kind of just being a stick in the mud. Goof. Nah, goof's a strong word. And not stick in the mud either. I don't know how to exactly phrase it. He's just kind of a plank. These two are having fun playing a character in a show. And Elrond is there being lame as hell. They talk about the tree in the background, which, where there is love, it is never truly dark. So sweet. There's light and water and all sorts of things that tend to a tree. It's not just love. You dingus. I certainly love my succulent plants in the window of my apartment. Doesn't mean they're still surviving. Actually, the succulents are doing pretty well. It was the mint. The mint did not survive. They have a horrible green thumb. Yeah, so this genius, where there is love, it is never truly dark. So cute. They just kind of talk a little bit more. I'll go over your proposal, whatever. And then we're back to Guy Ladriel and Halbrand. Halbrand. Who cares about these two characters in the slightest? Their raft went from about yay big to about yay big. Great. I'm thrilled. They seem to attempt to make a connection of some kind through this dialogue, but then you look at Galadriel, who's so super strong and angry. Yeah, there's the perfect. Well done. This is her face in the entire show. You've got bland, plain face, and then you've got squinty, angry elf eye face. I wish my mouse would work better. She's such an awful character, guys. And who cares? It's not an arc. There's no growth out of this strong, independent woman who don't need no elves. We just know where she's supposed to end up. And somehow this psychopath becomes that regal, majestic queen of elves. Sure she does. They talk for a bland amount of time. We've got human lady, Persian lady, running back to town. The next town over is friggin' destroyed. Like, it's not an earthquake. It's not... They just picked up and left. My guy. Bro. The town's on fire. Smoldering. And there's a tunnel that leads essentially to us. Who cares? No big deal. Don't worry about it. Is this? Yep. So, fatherless son here is staring into the fire because we need that imagery from Lord of the Rings. He touched the sword, and now the sword makes him want to look at fire. Which, hasn't fire been like cold the whole time? Never mind. He gets pissed off at the rats under the floorboards and starts taking it out on the floor. He is hacking away at that thing, only to find a nice little, convenient little jump scare. It was cute. Ah, scary monster out of there. I'm not going to be able to find it if I try to click this. So, yeah. He backs up. We're back to Elf crawling through tunnels. There isn't really any payoff for this. Not exactly. He's just kind of stoic looking. I have my blade. I'm so cool. Nothing's really happening. Persian woman comes back to find a giant hole in the floor. And honestly, a pretty fun action sequence. I see what they kind of tried to do. It was an orc of some kind living under the floor for days, I guess. Crazy. This thing, now, mind you, the first time it's... Let's see here. I don't remember exactly where it was in the scene. First time he pulls the claw out of the hole, you can see the rubber of the claw just kind of bend in a odd fashion. Because it's, I mean, at least it's a costume and not some CGI BS. But you could see the rubber of like a costume fold in a non-creature-like way. They could have done it another, just do another take, yo. Just do another take. It's fine. They both are hiding in cabinets or whatever. And then this fight scene breaks out. It's I think it at least sets up well that orcs are not to be fucked with. You know? I think it does a good, I don't know the term. It does good at showing that orcs are pretty freaking strong, especially to normal men, to normal folk. But because there was two of them, and they got a little lucky, those big slash, I think this is the kid, or it's hard to tell. There was a big slash, there was a stab, there was a rope around the neck, which the rope breaks. That's a little goofy, but because of this fight, she now has the head of the orc and convinces the town we gotta go. We gotta go. And then this whole... the whole ending of this episode is just so dumb. Oh, it's so dumb. It's a storm now. There's still the big creature, the worm, I guess they call it. She ties herself to the mast of this stupid thing. And then, because of that, it gets struck by lightning, and she falls down into the ocean because it's too heavy. Oh my goodness, look at this flaw of this character who's so smart. Totally flawed. No, they set up a way for Hallbrand to save her, and then for some reason, her to save Hallbrand. Pretty sure that's all happens in this one scene. Very dumb. Just this whole, I think they spent all their money on the water for this scene. If they're, I mean, I guess they're in London. There's plenty of water in London. But if they were in Southern California, man, this would have been like $6 billion just for the water. Now we go back to Stranger at night. We got some fireflies. Stranger gets scared by the fire. The fire. Ooh, scary fire. He breaks one of the lamp. Breaks one of them. Starts playing with the fireflies that are inside. And makes them into stars. I have a pretty good idea where I can find these stars. But all the fireflies have died. That's so sad. Oh no, I didn't hit the right spot. No, they're dying. I gotta cry. It's certainly worse that they're dying and not being enslaved by you guys. Criminy. This friggin' show, I swear to God. Durin talks to his dad about proposal. Again, the dwarves are the most interesting thing. This is a pretty lackluster scene. It's stuff I don't care about at all. It's like a quick expositional scene of like, oh, will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Stupid. And then we cut back to the kid, the fatherless kid with the sword. This is kind of cool. Evil sword starts sucking out blood. Whoa. And it starts building back up into a regular sword. It's scenes like this that make me want to come back and figure out what's going on. This was done fairly well. I'm intrigued. What is with this sword? I think it's... Mind you, I think it's stupid that it's basically the ring. The sword is basically the ring. Stupid. But I'm kind of compelled. I want to figure out more. The men are leaving town. Guy Ladriel and Halbrand. These two are shipped. And they're so shipped that they get saved by a ship. If I can hit the right friggin' spot. And I can't even hit it. Cool. That's episode 2. And holy hell, kill me. It is just so stupid. Let's talk about Stranger Guy. Meteor Man. We all know it's Gandalf, right? There's one wizard who has a relationship with the hobbits. There's a reason why he goes to the hobbits in The Hobbit. He knows them. This is setting up Gandalf. Has to be. That's my guarantee. I'm gonna do 2 thumbs up, just like Plaid Chat does. And it's gotta be it. Okay? Trust me. Now go down below, like, comment if you want, subscribe if you want. You do you, and have a great day. Go watch something better than this, please. Because it's not great. In fact, go watch Monday Night Malware. Just had an episode yesterday. Enjoy.